Are you ready to transform your home and your life? Welcome to Wisdom Woven, where we unravel the secrets of wisdom and weave them into your everyday existence. Imagine this. You walk into your home and feel an immediate sense of peace and tranquility. But wait, there's something lurking in the corners, hiding in the clutter. It's time to remove it, and you'll find out what it is in just a moment. Have you ever felt weighed down by the things in your home? Maybe it's that old chair in the corner you never sit on, or the stack of magazines collecting dust. These things may seem harmless, but they hold more power than you realize. Today, we're going to explore one thing you need to remove from your home right now, and it's not what you might expect. Picture this. You're rushing through your day, feeling stressed and overwhelmed. You come home, hoping for a sanctuary, but instead, you're met with chaos. It's time to break free from this cycle and create a space that nurtures your soul. Join us as we embark on a journey to transform your home and your life. Welcome to Wisdom Woven, where we dive deep into the teachings of Buddhism to uncover timeless truths that can guide us on our path to inner peace. But before we delve into the depths of wisdom, let's take a moment to connect. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel to join our community of seekers and explorers. Now imagine this. You're surrounded by clutter, both physical and mental. Your mind is racing with thoughts, and your home is filled with unnecessary possessions. It's time to declutter, not just your space, but your mind as well. Are you ready to let go of what no longer serves you? At Wisdom Woven, we believe that simplicity is the key to happiness. By removing excess from our lives, we create space for what truly matters. So, what is the one thing you need to remove from your home just now? Stay tuned to find out as we unravel the mysteries of Buddhist wisdom and apply them to our modern lives. Our goal for this video is simple: to reach 100 likes. But it's not just about the numbers. It's about creating a ripple effect of positivity and change. By supporting our channel, you're not just helping us grow, but you're also helping to spread wisdom and inspiration to others. So, are you ready to embark on this journey with us? Buckle up, because we're about to dive deep into the heart of Buddhist teachings and uncover the secrets to a more fulfilling life. Get ready to remove the one thing from your home that will transform your space and your soul. Let's begin. Lesson 1: The Essence of Buddhism. Buddhism, an ancient tradition originating from the teachings of Siddhartha Gautama, commonly known as the Buddha, offers profound insights into the nature of existence. At its core, Buddhism is not just a religion but a way of life, guiding individuals towards liberation from suffering and the attainment of inner peace. The foundation of Buddhism lies in the Four Noble Truths, which succinctly outline the essence of human existence. Firstly, life is characterized by suffering or dissatisfaction, dukkha. From the smallest frustrations to the deepest pains, suffering permeates human experience. Secondly, the origin of suffering is attachment and craving, tanha. Our desires and attachments lead to a cycle of dissatisfaction, as we continually seek fulfillment in impermanent things. Thirdly, there is a path to the cessation of suffering. Known as the Noble Eightfold Path, it offers a practical guide for living a life free from suffering. And finally, the path to liberation from suffering can be traversed through the practice of mindfulness, ethical conduct, and mental cultivation. Central to Buddhist philosophy is the concept of impermanence, anicca. Everything in the universe, including ourselves, is in a constant state of flux. Understanding and accepting this impermanence is crucial to transcending suffering. Through meditation and reflection, practitioners learn to observe the impermanent nature of all phenomena, leading to a deeper understanding of reality. Buddhism also emphasizes the principle of non-self, anatta, which challenges the notion of a fixed and independent self. Instead, It teaches that our sense of self is constructed and impermanent. By recognizing the interdependent nature of all things, individuals can break free from the illusion of separateness and cultivate compassion and empathy towards all beings. Another fundamental teaching of Buddhism is the concept of karma, the law of cause and effect. Our actions, both physical and mental, have consequences that shape our present and future experiences. By cultivating wholesome intentions and actions, individuals can create positive karma and pave the way for a more fulfilling life. In summary, the essence of Buddhism lies in its teachings on suffering, impermanence, non-self, and karma. By embracing these principles and following the Noble Eightfold Path, individuals can transcend suffering and find lasting peace and happiness. Lesson 2: The Principle of Impermanence. Have you ever stopped to think about how everything in life is constantly changing? From the seasons shifting to the growth of plants, to the aging process of ourselves and our loved ones, change is an inevitable part of existence. This fundamental truth is at the heart of Buddhism and is known as the Principle of Impermanence. Imagine holding a beautiful flower in your hand. It may seem permanent and unchanging in that moment, but in reality, it is in a state of constant flux. The flower will eventually wither and fade away, just as everything else in the universe undergoes change. This principle teaches us to embrace the transient nature of life rather than resisting it. By accepting impermanence, we can learn to let go of attachments and live more fully in the present moment. Think about your own life for a moment. Are there things you cling to, believing they will bring you lasting happiness? Perhaps it's a relationship, a job, or material possessions. The truth is, nothing in this world is permanent, and holding on too tightly only leads to suffering. Buddhism teaches us that by acknowledging the impermanence of all things, we can find freedom from the cycle of craving and aversion. Instead of chasing after fleeting pleasures or running from discomfort, we can learn to appreciate each moment for what it is. This doesn't mean we should avoid making plans or setting goals for the future. Rather, it encourages us to approach life with a sense of openness and flexibility, knowing that change is inevitable and embracing it with grace and equanimity. When we understand impermanence deeply, we can cultivate a profound sense of gratitude for the preciousness of each moment. Every experience, whether joyful or challenging, becomes an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. So the next time you find yourself resisting change or clinging to the past, remember the principle of impermanence. Embrace the beauty of life's ever-changing dance, and you'll find peace and fulfillment in the here and now. Lesson 3: Letting go of attachments. Have you ever noticed how clutter can weigh you down? Just as physical clutter can burden your space, emotional clutter can weigh heavily on your mind and spirit. Buddhism teaches us the importance of letting go of attachments, freeing ourselves from the chains of desire and possession. Imagine a balloon tied to a heavy object. As long as it remains tethered, it cannot soar freely. Similarly, when we cling to material possessions or cling to particular outcomes, we limit our own potential for growth and happiness. Buddhism emphasizes the impermanent nature of all things. Nothing in this world is permanent, including our possessions, relationships, and even our own selves. When we cling to things as if they will last forever, we set ourselves up for disappointment and suffering when they inevitably change or fade away. Letting go doesn't mean abandoning the things we value. Instead, it means loosening our grip and recognizing that true happiness comes from within, rather than from external sources. By releasing our attachments, we open ourselves to a deeper sense of contentment and peace. Think about a time when you held onto something long after it served its purpose. Maybe it was a broken object you hoped to fix, or a relationship that had run its course. How did clinging to that attachment make you feel? Did it bring you joy, or did it cause you unnecessary stress and pain? In Buddhism, the practice of letting go is often compared to flowing water. Just as a river flows freely without clinging to the rocks in its path, we too can navigate life with grace and ease when we learn to release our attachments. Letting go requires courage and trust. It means surrendering our need to control every aspect of our lives and embracing the unknown. But in doing so, we open ourselves to new possibilities and experiences that we may have never imagined. Consider the clutter in your own life, both physical and emotional. What attachments are weighing you down? Is it the fear of losing something, or the desire for something you don't yet have? Take a moment to reflect on how these attachments are impacting your well-being. By practicing detachment, we cultivate a sense of freedom and lightness that allows us to fully engage with the present moment. Rather than dwelling on the past or worrying about the future, we can appreciate the beauty and richness of life as it unfolds. One of the most powerful teachings of Buddhism is the concept of non-attachment. By letting go of our attachments, we free ourselves from the cycle of craving and aversion, and we discover a profound sense of liberation and peace. So, take a deep breath and exhale slowly, releasing any tension or resistance you may be holding on to. Embrace the practice of letting go, and watch as your heart expands with love, compassion, and joy. Lesson 4: The Practice of Mindfulness. In today's fast-paced world, where distractions are plentiful and stress seems inevitable, the practice of mindfulness offers a powerful antidote. Mindfulness is the art of being fully present in the moment, without judgment or attachment to thoughts or emotions. It's about bringing our attention to the here and now, cultivating a deep awareness of our thoughts, feelings, and sensations. Imagine this. You're sitting in your living room, surrounded by the comforting familiarity of your home. But instead of being lost in thoughts about the past or worries about the future, you're fully engaged in the present moment. You notice the gentle rhythm of your breath, the sensation of your feet touching the floor, and the warmth of sunlight streaming through the window. In this moment, there is peace, clarity, and a profound sense of connection to the world around you. Mindfulness is not about escaping reality or suppressing difficult emotions. Rather, it's about embracing every aspect of our experience with openness and curiosity. When we practice mindfulness, we become more attuned to the beauty and richness of life, even in its simplest moments. We learn to savor the taste of a warm cup of tea, the sound of laughter, and the feeling of a gentle breeze on our skin. But mindfulness is more than just a pleasant experience. It's also a powerful tool for managing stress and enhancing well-being. Research has shown that regular mindfulness practice can reduce anxiety, depression, and chronic pain, while improving sleep quality and immune function. By training our minds to focus on the present moment, we can break free from the cycle of rumination and worry that often plagues our thoughts. One of the key aspects of mindfulness is non-judgmental awareness. Instead of labeling experiences as good or bad, we simply observe them as they are, without attachment or aversion. This doesn't mean that we become passive observers of life. Rather, it allows us to respond to challenges with greater clarity and compassion. When we approach difficult situations with mindfulness, we can navigate them with grace and resilience, instead of getting swept away by our emotions. Mindfulness is a skill that can be cultivated through simple yet profound practices, such as meditation, yoga, and mindful movement. These practices help us develop greater self-awareness, emotional regulation, and empathy for others. As we deepen our mindfulness practice, we begin to see the interconnectedness of all beings and the inherent beauty of existence. Incorporating mindfulness into our daily lives doesn't require hours of meditation or retreats in remote monasteries. It can be as simple as taking a few moments each day to pause, breathe, and reconnect with ourselves. Whether it's through mindful eating, walking, or even washing the dishes, Every moment offers an opportunity to cultivate presence and gratitude. As we continue on our journey of mindfulness, we may encounter challenges and setbacks along the way. But with patience, perseverance, and an open heart, we can learn to embrace each moment with equanimity and joy. Mindfulness is not just a practice. It's a way of life, a path to greater peace, happiness, and fulfillment. So let us take a moment now to pause, breathe, and fully immerse ourselves in the beauty of this present moment. Lesson 5: Cultivating Compassion. Compassion is like sunshine on a rainy day, warming hearts and nurturing souls. It's the gentle hand that reaches out to lift others up when they stumble, the understanding smile that says, "I see you, and you matter." In Buddhism, cultivating compassion isn't just a nice thing to do. It's a fundamental practice that leads to profound personal transformation. Imagine a world where everyone acted with kindness and empathy, where no one turned away from the suffering of others. This is the world that the Buddha envisioned, a world where compassion flows freely, binding us together in a tapestry of love and understanding. At its core, compassion is the recognition of our shared humanity. It's the understanding that we all experience joy and sorrow, pleasure and pain. When we cultivate compassion, we open our hearts to the struggles of others, embracing them with warmth and acceptance. But compassion isn't just a feeling. It's also a skill that can be cultivated through practice. Just as a muscle grows stronger with exercise, so too does our capacity for compassion when we actively engage in acts of kindness and empathy. One way to cultivate compassion is through loving kindness meditation, where we intentionally send wishes of well-being and happiness to ourselves and others. By repeating phrases like, "May you be happy," "May you be healthy," "May you be safe," "May you be at ease," we cultivate feelings of goodwill towards all beings. Another essential aspect of compassion is empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. When we empathize with someone, we step into their shoes, seeing the world through their eyes and feeling their joys and sorrows as if they were our own. Compassion isn't just reserved for those we know and love. It extends to all beings, regardless of race, religion, or species. It's the recognition that every living being is worthy of love and respect, deserving of compassion and kindness. In Buddhism, the practice of compassion is intertwined with the concept of interdependence, the understanding that we are all interconnected and our actions have ripple effects that extend far beyond ourselves. When we cultivate compassion, we contribute to the well-being of the entire world, creating a ripple of positivity that touches the lives of countless beings. But cultivating compassion isn't always easy. It requires us to confront our own biases and prejudices, to step out of our comfort zones and extend a hand to those who may be different from us. It requires us to be vulnerable, to open our hearts even when it feels scary or uncomfortable. Yet, the rewards of compassion are immeasurable. When we cultivate compassion, we not only alleviate the suffering of others, but also find greater peace and fulfillment within ourselves. As the Dalai Lama once said, "If you want others to be happy, practice compassion. If you want to be happy, practice compassion." In a world that often seems divided and fractured, compassion is the bridge that connects us, the thread that binds us together in a tapestry of love and understanding. So let us cultivate compassion in our hearts, and may it radiate outwards, illuminating the world with its warmth and light. Lesson 6: Overcoming Suffering. Suffering. It's a word we've all encountered in our lives, big or small. But what if there was a way to lessen its grip on us? Buddhism teaches just that. It offers profound insights into understanding and overcoming suffering. Imagine your mind as a vast landscape, sometimes sunny, sometimes stormy. Buddhism teaches us that suffering is a natural part of life, like clouds passing through that sky. But it also shows us that we hold the power to weather those storms. One key teaching is the concept of the Four Noble Truths. The first truth acknowledges the existence of suffering. It's the acceptance that life isn't always smooth sailing. But then comes the second truth, which sheds light on the cause of suffering. It's often our attachments, desires, and cravings that lead to dissatisfaction and pain. The good news? The third truth tells us that suffering can be overcome. There's a path to liberation, to easing the burdens we carry. This path is illuminated by the fourth truth, known as the Noble Eightfold Path. It's like a roadmap, guiding us toward a life free from suffering. One crucial aspect of overcoming suffering is understanding the nature of impermanence. Everything changes, nothing remains static. When we grasp this truth deeply, we start to loosen our grip on things that cause us pain. Buddhism teaches us to embrace the present moment fully. It's in the here and now that we can find peace, regardless of what's happening around us. Meditation plays a vital role in this journey. It's not just about sitting in silence. It's about cultivating awareness and compassion. Through meditation, we learn to observe our thoughts and emotions without getting swept away by them. We become like a mountain, firm and unmoved by the storms passing through. Another powerful tool in overcoming suffering is the practice of loving kindness. By extending compassion to ourselves and others, we create a ripple effect of positivity and healing. Buddhism reminds us that suffering is not something to be feared or avoided but understood and transformed. It's through facing our challenges head-on that we grow and evolve. Picture a lotus flower emerging from muddy waters, its beauty untouched by the muck below. Similarly, we can rise above our suffering and find inner peace amidst life's chaos. It's essential to remember that we're not alone on this journey. The wisdom of the Buddha and the support of a community can provide strength and solace along the way. Sometimes suffering arises from our resistance to what is. But when we learn to accept life as it unfolds, with all its ups and downs, we find a profound sense of freedom. Each moment offers an opportunity for growth and transformation. By embracing life fully, with all its joys and sorrows, we learn to dance in the rain rather than wait for the storm to pass. Buddhism invites us to cultivate an attitude of gratitude, even amidst adversity. It's in acknowledging our blessings that we find resilience in the face of hardship. Just as a caterpillar transforms into a butterfly, so too can we undergo profound inner metamorphosis. Our suffering becomes the catalyst for our awakening. Through the practice of mindfulness, we learn to tune into the rhythm of life, flowing with its currents rather than fighting against them. Ultimately, the journey to overcoming suffering is a deeply personal one. It's about discovering our own inner resources and tapping into the limitless potential within us. So, as we navigate the twists and turns of life, may we remember the wisdom of the Buddha and the teachings of Buddhism. May we find solace in knowing that the key to overcoming suffering lies within our own hearts and minds. Lesson 7: The Role of Meditation. Meditation isn't just for mystics atop distant mountains. It's a practical tool for anyone seeking peace and clarity in their daily lives. Imagine it as a mental gym where you train your mind to be more focused, calm, and resilient. In meditation, you sit quietly, focusing your attention on your breath or a specific object, gently guiding your mind away from distractions. It's like a mental reset button, helping you let go of worries and stress. When you meditate, you're not trying to stop your thoughts altogether. That's nearly impossible. Instead, you're learning to observe them without getting caught up in them. It's like watching clouds drift by in the sky. You acknowledge them, but you don't chase after them. This practice cultivates a sense of spaciousness in your mind, allowing you to respond to life's challenges with greater clarity and wisdom. One of the beautiful things about meditation is its adaptability. You can do it anywhere, anytime, for as little as a few minutes a day. Whether you're sitting on a cushion in a quiet room or taking a mindful walk in nature, the key is to be fully present in the moment. By bringing your attention to the sensations in your body or the sights and sounds around you, you anchor yourself in the here and now. Regular meditation practice has been scientifically proven to have numerous benefits for both mind and body. It reduces stress, lowers blood pressure, and enhances overall well-being. It also improves concentration and cognitive function, making you more effective in your daily tasks. Plus, it fosters empathy and compassion, strengthening your relationships with others. Incorporating meditation into your routine doesn't have to be daunting. Start small, just a few minutes each day, and gradually increase the duration as you become more comfortable. There are many techniques to explore, from focused breathing to loving-kindness meditation. Find what resonates with you and remember, there's no right or wrong way to meditate. Think of meditation as a gift you give yourself, a time to step back from the busyness of life and reconnect with your inner peace. It's a chance to press pause, recharge your batteries, and approach each moment with renewed clarity and equanimity. So, why not carve out a few moments today to sit quietly, breathe deeply, and simply be? Your mind and body will thank you for it. Lesson 8: Living in Harmony. Living in harmony is the sweet melody that resonates through the heart of Buddhism. It's about weaving a tapestry of peace, not just within ourselves, but also with the world around us. In this chapter of our journey, we explore how the teachings of Buddhism guide us towards a life in harmony. Harmony begins within. Buddhism teaches us that true harmony starts with finding peace within ourselves. By understanding and accepting ourselves, we can cultivate a sense of inner tranquility that radiates outward. Embracing imperfection. In our quest for harmony, we learn to embrace imperfection. Rather than striving for an unattainable perfection, we accept ourselves and others just as we are, flaws and all. Letting go of ego. Ego is the discordant note in the symphony of life. Buddhism teaches us to let go of our ego-driven desires and ambitions, allowing us to live more harmoniously with others. Practicing forgiveness. Holding on to grudges is like holding on to thorns. It only causes more pain. By practicing forgiveness, we release ourselves from the shackles of resentment and open our hearts to harmony. Cultivating empathy. Empathy is the bridge that connects us to others. By putting ourselves in someone else's shoes, we gain a deeper understanding of their joys and sorrows, fostering harmony in our relationships. Honoring interconnectedness. Buddhism teaches us that we are all interconnected, like drops in the vast ocean of existence. When we recognize this interconnectedness, we naturally strive to live in harmony with all beings. Respecting diversity. Just as a garden is more beautiful with a variety of flowers, the world is enriched by its diversity. Buddhism encourages us to respect and celebrate the differences that make each individual unique. Practicing nonviolence. Violence begets violence, creating a discordant cycle of suffering. Buddhism advocates for nonviolence in thought, word, and deed, paving the way for harmony to flourish. Living mindfully. Mindfulness is the key that unlocks the door to harmony. By being present in each moment, we can cultivate a deeper appreciation for the world around us, fostering harmony in our daily lives. Nurturing gratitude. Gratitude is the melody of the heart. When we cultivate gratitude for the blessings in our lives, we create a harmonious resonance that reverberates throughout our being. Treading lightly on the earth. Buddhism teaches us to live in harmony with nature, recognizing that we are stewards of the earth. By reducing our ecological footprint, we can preserve the delicate balance of our planet. Finding balance. Balance is the cornerstone of harmony. Buddhism teaches us to find equilibrium in all aspects of our lives. Balancing work and leisure, activity and rest, giving and receiving. Practicing moderation. In a world of excess, moderation is the key to harmony. By practicing moderation in our consumption and desires, we can live more lightly on the earth and cultivate inner peace. Cultivating generosity. Generosity is the melody of the soul. By giving freely of our time, resources, and compassion, we create a harmonious symphony of generosity that uplifts both giver and receiver. Creating sacred space. Our surroundings deeply influence our inner harmony. By creating a sacred space, whether it's a meditation corner in our home or a serene spot in nature, we can nurture our sense of peace and tranquility. Fostering community. Harmony thrives in community. By coming together with like-minded individuals, we can support and uplift one another on our journey towards inner peace. Embracing silence. In the stillness of silence, we find the purest harmony. Buddhism teaches us to embrace moments of silence, allowing us to connect more deeply with ourselves and the world around us. Surrendering to the flow. Life is a river, constantly flowing and changing. By surrendering to the flow of life, rather than resisting it, we can find harmony amidst the currents of change. Embracing simplicity. In a world of complexity, simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. By simplifying our lives, both externally and internally, we can create a space for harmony to flourish. Walking the path of harmony. Living in harmony is not a destination, but a journey that unfolds with each step we take on the path of Buddhism. As we walk this path with open hearts and mindful awareness, may we create a symphony of harmony that reverberates throughout the world. Lesson 9. The importance of ethics. In the vast landscape of Buddhist teachings, ethics stand as the cornerstone, shaping the very foundation of the practitioner's journey. At its core, Buddhist ethics revolve around the concept of sila, or moral conduct, guiding individuals towards virtuous actions that cultivate harmony and well-being. Ethics in Buddhism isn't about adhering to rigid rules, but rather about embodying values that foster kindness, compassion, and wisdom. It begins with the recognition of the interconnectedness of all beings, understanding that our actions have ripple effects that extend far beyond ourselves. Every thought, word, and deed carries the potential to either uplift or harm, making ethical discernment an essential aspect of Buddhist practice. The 5 precepts serve as fundamental guidelines for ethical conduct, encouraging practitioners to abstain from harming living beings, stealing, engaging in sexual misconduct, speaking falsely, and consuming intoxicants. By embracing these precepts, individuals cultivate mindfulness and restraint, nurturing a sense of responsibility towards themselves and others. However, the practice of ethics extends beyond mere abstention. It entails actively engaging in wholesome actions that contribute to the welfare of all beings. Compassion and empathy serve as guiding lights, prompting practitioners to extend kindness and support to those in need. Cultivating generosity, honesty, and integrity becomes a natural expression of one's commitment to ethical living. Through ethical conduct, individuals cultivate a sense of inner peace and contentment, knowing that their actions align with their deepest values. Moreover, ethical behavior lays the groundwork for a harmonious society, fostering trust, respect, and cooperation among its members. It transcends cultural and religious boundaries, serving as a universal language of goodwill and understanding. In a world plagued by conflict and discord, the practice of ethics offers a beacon of hope, reminding us of our inherent capacity for goodness and compassion. It empowers individuals to break free from the cycle of suffering, transforming their lives and the world around them. The path of ethics is not always easy, requiring courage, perseverance, and humility. Yet, it holds the promise of profound transformation, leading towards greater wisdom, happiness, and liberation. By aligning our actions with ethical principles, we contribute to the creation of a more compassionate and just world. Each moment presents an opportunity to embody the values of kindness, integrity, and generosity, enriching our lives and the lives of others. As we walk this path together, let us remember that every step towards ethical living brings us closer to the fulfillment of our highest potential. May we strive to be beacons of light in a world that often feels shrouded in darkness, inspiring others to join us on the journey towards a more ethical and compassionate way of being. In the embrace of ethics, we find not only refuge but also the truest expression of our humanity. Lesson 10: Finding Inner Peace. In the hustle and bustle of our daily lives, finding inner peace can feel like a distant dream. But within the teachings of Buddhism lies a roadmap to serenity, a path that leads us back to ourselves. Inner peace isn't just the absence of turmoil. It's a profound sense of tranquility that comes from within. It starts with acknowledging that the external world will always be in flux, but our inner world can remain steady. Buddhism teaches us that inner peace isn't dependent on external circumstances. It's a state of mind we can cultivate. It's about letting go of the need to control everything and accepting things as they are. When we release our attachments to outcomes and expectations, we free ourselves from unnecessary suffering. Finding inner peace means embracing the present moment, letting go of regrets about the past and worries about the future. It's about fully immersing ourselves in the here and now, experiencing life with clarity and mindfulness. Inner peace arises when we nurture a compassionate attitude towards ourselves and others, understanding that we're all interconnected. It's about forgiveness, both for ourselves and those who may have wronged us, releasing the burdens of resentment and anger. Cultivating gratitude for the simple joys of life can also pave the way to inner peace, shifting our focus from what we lack to what we have. Practicing mindfulness meditation allows us to observe our thoughts and emotions without judgment, creating space for peace to arise. Through meditation, we learn to quiet the noise of our minds, finding refuge in the stillness that lies beneath. Inner peace isn't about escaping from life's challenges, but meeting them with a calm and centered presence. It's about responding to difficulties with wisdom and compassion rather than reacting impulsively out of fear or anger. When we align our actions with ethical principles such as kindness, honesty, and generosity, we sow the seeds of inner peace, living in harmony with ourselves, others, and the world around us brings a deep sense of contentment and fulfillment. Inner peace isn't a destination we reach. It's a journey we embark on, a daily practice of self-discovery and self-care. It requires patience and perseverance, as well as a willingness to let go of old patterns and beliefs that no longer serve us. As we continue along the path of inner peace, we may stumble and fall, but each setback is an opportunity to learn and grow. Ultimately, finding inner peace is about coming home to ourselves, resting in the quiet depths of our own being, and discovering that the peace we seek has been within us all along. Congratulations on reaching the end of our journey through the wisdom of Buddhism. You've embarked on a path filled with profound insights and practical guidance for living a more mindful and compassionate life. As we conclude, let's reflect on the key lessons we've learned. Embracing impermanence. Remember that everything in life is impermanent, including our possessions, relationships, and even our own selves. By accepting this truth, we can find freedom from attachment and live more fully in the present moment. Letting go, learn to let go of the things that no longer serve you. Whether it's material possessions, negative emotions, or harmful habits, releasing them allows space for growth and transformation. Cultivating mindfulness. Practice mindfulness in your daily life, paying attention to the present moment with openness and curiosity. This simple yet powerful practice can bring greater clarity, joy, and peace into your life. Nurturing compassion. Cultivate compassion for yourself and others, Recognize the interconnectedness of all beings and strive to alleviate suffering wherever you encounter it. Finding inner peace. Seek inner peace not through external circumstances, but through cultivating a peaceful mind and heart. Through meditation, reflection, and ethical living, you can discover a profound sense of tranquility and contentment within yourself. Living with wisdom. Apply the wisdom of Buddhism to navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience. Let go of judgment, cultivate gratitude, and embrace the inherent goodness within yourself and others. Continued practice. Remember that the journey of self-discovery and spiritual growth is ongoing. Keep learning, exploring, and deepening your understanding of Buddhist principles, adapting them to your own life circumstances. Sharing the wisdom. Share the teachings of Buddhism with others, spreading kindness, compassion, and wisdom wherever you go. By doing so, you contribute to creating a more harmonious and compassionate world for all beings. Gratitude. Finally, express gratitude for the opportunity to explore these timeless teachings and for the wisdom they offer. May you continue to walk the path of awakening with courage, humility, and an open heart. Thank you for joining us on this journey of self-discovery and transformation. May the wisdom of Buddhism continue to illuminate your path and inspire you to live with greater compassion, mindfulness, and joy. Remember, the journey is not about reaching a destination but about experiencing the beauty of the path itself. Keep walking with an open heart and a curious mind, and may you find peace and fulfillment along the way. Keep shining brightly on your journey of self-discovery, and may the light of wisdom guide your way. Thank you for being a part of our wisdom-woven community. Until we meet again, may you be happy, may you be peaceful, may you be filled with love and light. Take care, and may your journey be filled with blessings and joy.